Alright, sun's going down already. Definitely not getting any solar. Let's see how the Powerball is doing. More like a power shelf, really. It's sitting on a shelf. What I think I'm going to do with these, though, they have these little holes for where the bolts went through. And I had a great idea, is I'm going to take them and through these holes, I'm going to hang them on the wall and put a screw through all the holes, top and bottom, and then it will look a lot neater. I won't have this big thing sticking out. It'll be nice tight to the wall. They'll only be sticking out like that far. Looks like we have, like it's tiniest bit of power still coming in, but almost nothing. Have not checked the balance yet. I want to have a few cycles of charge before I check it. What are we sitting at? We're sitting at 65 volts, so we're not fully charged. We're close, but we're not fully charged. We're pulling 120 watts. We've pulled already 0.11 of a kilowatt. Alright. Our voltage, 120. It's perfect. I really like this inverter. It was awesome. Good buy for $360. But I just got some really good news. Another Chinese company contacted me, and they want to send me a 3,000 watt pure sine wave inverter for testing. I guess I'm gonna do a little bit of a review, do a nice honest review. If it's anything like this, I'll recommend it. I like this inverter. The only thing you got to remember, I've had a few people warn me that if you do wreck this inverter, there's practically no warranty. The seller doesn't really get back to you from this one. Not all Chinese companies are like that. I buy lots of stuff from China, but apparently this guy isn't too keen on helping you unless you really twist his arm. But I have not had any problems with it, and for $360, like you can barely buy a 3,000 watt modified sine wave inverter for that. So I really like it. And so the one that I'm going to be getting for free, if they actually send it, it's just emails right now saying they are, so I hope they actually do. It's going to be 12 volt model I asked for, because I'm going to put it in my work trailer. I'm going to use it on power tools, which is the hardest thing on inverters because of the ridiculous loads that they use to start up. I'll be running a lot of stuff like, where'd it go? I'm just looking for my worm drive skill saw. But anyway, so my worm drive skill saw is one of the heaviest loads that I use at work, other than compressors. And I will be doing a review on it. And hopefully they're as cheap as these, or better. At least a better inverter. I don't know. They're taller and they're more squared off. But we'll see. And you can order them to whatever specifications you want, which is awesome. I told them I wanted a 9 volt shut down and a 17 volt overvolt, so I can hook it up to say a 4S version of this. So it'd be 6 volts or 8 volts, something like that, and the inverter would still work. So anyways, hope you guys enjoy this little update. I'll be doing some more updates throughout the night. Show you guys the time. Right now it is around 4, I believe. I believe it's 4 o'clock. But anyways, thanks for watching. This is an hour and 15 minutes later. Let's see how we're doing. We are at 64.3 volts right at the moment. We are pulling 77 watts. We have almost doubled in our kilowatt usage from before. Now it's 0.23 of a kilowatt. So we've used 230 kilowatts for an hour. Or watts, sorry, not kilowatts. Anyways, system works good. See how long we can go for, and see if we get charged tomorrow. It looks like it's going to be raining all day, so probably not. Guys, now it is 7:20. We are 3 hours running on this Powerwall. And this Powerwall looks more like a power shelf right now, unfortunately. I don't like how it looks. I'm definitely going to be changing it. I want it to be on the wall, in the wall, as close to the wall as possible. And I wanted to make it look sleek and nice, not like this. This is not how I want it to look. But that's what it looks like for now, while I get the rest of the system hooked up. And once I have, the biggest thing for me is hooking up the balance wires, because I have to manually solder every single one of these wires together, and there is hundreds and hundreds of them, and it takes a lot of time. I gotta make sure I do everything right, or I fry a $50 BMS board or a $25 BMS board, or depends which one I'm using. But I want to be very careful, so it takes a long time to solder everything together. There's only 16 wires coming out of the BMS, but the BMS is hooked up to each 16 wires here is hooked up to another 3 wires on each side. So 16 times 6, that's how many wires I soldered together last time, and then taped together individually, checked and double checked. It just takes forever. It's not as much work as 18650s, though. I don't have to test the capacity, because these are all out of a 3-year-old car. They're almost, when I took them apart, they're almost perfectly balanced with each other. So anybody building a Tesla style Powerwall with 18650s, kudos to you, because it's a lot of work. And I appreciate those videos that you guys are producing, because I definitely would not be doing that because I'm too lazy. Anyways, we got still a lot of work to do, at least for me. In my case, I still think this is a lot of work. A lot less work than 18650 cells, but still a lot of work. I've only got, let's see here. I only got 12 cells, or 12 modules. I think I had like 40. So I'm not even close to finish. So I got to keep putzing at this. Maybe by Christmas time I'll be done. I don't know. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. As you can see, at the 3-hour mark, we're down to 62.23 volts, something like that. Output voltage is still good. We've now used 0.46 of a kilowatt, so getting close to half a kilowatt. And it looks like I do easily have 2 kilowatts of total stored capacity in these cells, which is good, which is working out really good. So the next test I'm going to have to do possibly tomorrow is retest these cells, but I want to wait. I want to wait till it's fully charged again. So that'll be 3 cycles where this BMS had a chance to try and equal out the cells. When you put a BMS like this is a very slow balancing BMS. That means this BMS will only work if the cells are extremely close in capacity. They all have to be close. And they have to be very close internal resistance as well. If they're not close internally, resistance-wise, these BMS boards will not work. So like, taking laptop batteries apart and using a ton of different types of laptop batteries and mixing them up, it's going to be hit and miss using these boards. If you get your battery modules balanced really well, you'll be able to use these boards. If your battery modules are too far out of balance, then that's where these battery modules will, or these BMS boards won't work. A way around this would be battery modules that die first and charge fastest. You would just have to add another module or two, or another 18650 battery or two, and that'll get it closer to balance to use these boards, but in this scenario, these boards are going to work, and I've already tested it, and they have worked for me in the past, is because the entire bank of batteries are extremely well balanced together. They drift very slowly. Like, I could probably use these for about 3 months easily with no BMS. And then at 3 months, I might have to correct some balancing, might have to charge a cell here or a module here and there. But I don't want to do that at even a little bit. That's why I have a BMS. I don't want to have to do any work. I just want to come in here once in a blue moon and test the cells for balance. I don't want to have to balance them. I want it to be like my main bank. These gel batteries are amazing. I love these batteries. There is zero maintenance, nothing. All I do is use the power and then let the solar panels charge them up every day. I'm 100% charged. It's not really 100% charged because what I was doing earlier is I charged the batteries, or charge the LiPo battery wall. I charged that off of my main gel bank through this charger, and if I clip directly to the bank, it doesn't flow through my Victron battery monitor, and that is why it says it is fully charged, but it's not fully charged. It's missing almost a full 2 kilowatts of power because I had 0 solar today. So I took the power from my gel batteries, put it in there so I can do some more testing. I'm doing more testing. I'm trying to treat this as I'm getting power from the sun almost every day. How well can I run off 2 kilowatts of power? And like, if this was summertime, I would be doing really good, but it's not. It's almost winter, so I'm not doing so good. But so it says, it's saying 100%, but it's not really, because it's not taking into account the power that I've taken that didn't go through this unit. It's only 12.54 volts, which isn't that much really. But yeah, and another thing I would like to share, all this copper pipe that I used for the batteries, for the connections all the way across, has been the best and cheapest decision I made for these batteries. I can check the voltage here. Like, I pull from here, and then I pull from the underside right there. I pull from there, I pull from up here. That's where I drain my batteries from, and that's also where I charge my batteries from. I can check my voltage on the end here, on the end down there, and then I have a bunch of batteries underneath all this stuff. And I've checked the batteries there, and they are within 0.04 of a volt. All this copper tubing, I don't know what it's equal to gauge wise or aught wise, but it's done an amazing job. I'm very happy with it. And yeah, my batteries are always equal in voltage, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. Now it's been 4 hours since the sun went down. All is good so far. I've run this already multiple times, multiple nights. We're down to 60 just under 1 volt. We've used power-wise a little over half a kilowatt. Just want to make sure this thing stays plugged in. That's one thing I don't like about these universal plugs. They don't hold your plugs quite as well as they could. There we go. How long has it been running? Oh, what was that? There we go. There's a time. 5 hours, 23 minutes. That's how long I've been running this for. Total. But since my last video, it's been about 4 hours exactly. And so, 61 volts on the batteries. Starting voltage was 66 volts. We've gone down 5 volts. And the shutoff voltage of this inverter is 47 volts. something like that, 47, 48 volts. But I have noticed with these batteries, the top 60 volts down to 58 volts drains the slowest. After that, it drains a little bit quicker. Not much, but a little bit quicker. Anything under 50 volts drains really quick, and it's pretty much dead at that point. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the videos.